Hello everybody, it's Walter, your favorite historian, educator, professor, and social studies extraordinaire, here today to discuss with you my weight loss journey. Now, lots of you have known me for a long time, and you knew me when I was a lot bigger than this, all right? In the first quarter of 2022, I weighed almost 200 pounds. For a guy 5'3", that is entirely unacceptable, okay? At the present time, September 2023, I weigh about 140 pounds. That's a loss of roughly 50 pounds since the first quarter of last year. And lots of you have asked me, how did you do it? And I will simply tell you that it involved no surgeries, no pills, no, artificial, interference with my daily functioning. But before I get into that, I want to explain to you exactly what got me to this point, all right? In the first quarter of last year, all right, after routine physical and blood work, the physical came back, the blood work came back, and it showed blood sugar levels that were so high, thanks to carrying all that weight, that I was borderline diabetic. And for me, that's against my religion. That disease does not run in my family, and I would be damned if I'd be the first person to have it. Also, frankly, diabetes scares the crap out of me. It is a very dangerous disorder with the body that, of course, can result in blindness, the loss of limbs, and other things. Anybody who gets news that you could potentially become diabetic should instantly move to straighten up and fly right. And that's exactly what I did, because I wasn't about to become anybody's diabetic. And so from that day forward, I got right. All right. And the very first step to losing weight that I employed was to completely eliminate sugar and starches from my diet. Now, that right there is what makes everybody's face go, yes, folks, sugar, starches are the most common and most consistent guilty parties when it comes to gaining weight, all right? Whether it is granulated sugar, white or brown, all right? When it comes to starches, bread, pasta, rice, and potatoes, especially white rice, that one is really the devil. When it comes to pastries, such as cakes, pies, donuts, cookies, you know how delicious they are. And candies, all right? Candies have notorious amounts of sugar. I'll add sodas into that bunch too. I can't forget those, all right? Get rid of all that stuff out of your diet, all right? And I guarantee you will begin to lose weight. Now, we'll add a little asterisk at the bottom of that by simply saying if you can find sugar-free varieties of cookies, candies, pastries, and by that sweetened with things like Truvia, Equal, aspartame, the chemicals that they use to sweeten things. Anything outside of sugar per se is a better alternative for the body in general. But I will add another disclaimer that even though those items which may be labeled as sugar-free are better for the body in one regard, many of them are also equally high in calories. So you want to eat them judiciously, all right? Eat them conservatively. Because just because it doesn't have sugar in it doesn't mean it can't add weight to you. Calories, all right, folks, calories put weight on you. Don't think that they don't, just because the product doesn't have sugar. A lot of people switch to diets like keto, things like that. And keto, of course, encourages you to eat as much, meat and starch and vegetables as much as you want. Not starch. Meat, cheese, vegetables, and things like that. But keto ignores the fact that a lot of the things that it allows are very high in calories. If your diet has a copious amount of calories in it, and you're not doing anything to burn them off, guess what? You're not going to lose weight. You might not gain any, but you're damn sure not going to lose any by the same token, okay? So that's the number one. Get rid of all the sugars and the starches from your diet. Again, white sugar, brown sugar, bread, pasta, rice, and potatoes, pastries, cookies, pies, donuts, and candies, unless you can find sugar-free varieties of these things, and even then, still eat them conservatively. Okay? The next thing, number 2, get rid of fried food, folks. That's another thing that makes people's heads drop. You know, oh man, fried food is very high in calories. Not to mention the oil is not good for you. All right? The sugar part, obviously, is with the coating on fried food. Give it up. It is no good for you and will cause you to gain weight. It's got sugar and calories. A double whammy to gain weight. All right? Give it up. Another thing that I employed as well, giving up dairy products. Dairy products, interestingly enough, while marketed as generally healthy, dairy products tend to all be very high in calories, ladies and gentlemen, especially cheese, my personal favorite. And as much as I love it and still eat it very sparingly from time to time, cheese is very high in calories and will, in large amounts, cause you to gain weight. Okay? So I recommend, at least the initial first 6 months, giving up dairy products completely. Milk, cheese, butter, all of these things, very high in calories, will cause you to gain weight, all right? The rule here, folks, is to make your calorie level in consumption lower than the amount you burn. If you eat more calories than what you burn, guess what? You're not going to lose weight. You might not gain any, depending on your metabolic rate, but you're certainly not going to lose any either, all right? So with the things we've sacrificed for the greater good, now we move on to what you should increase. You should increase in your diet your protein, all right? Lean meat, lean fish. So, of course, salmon, tuna, all right, cod, great examples, lean fish, lean beef, turkey, chicken, excellent things to add to your diet, increase the amounts of them, and any and all green vegetables you should add, all right, copious amounts of them. I personally love broccoli, cabbage, collards, kale, mustard greens, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, any and all green vegetables are 100% acceptable. Not to mention they have a litany of different vitamins and cancer-fighting properties, all right? You can eat as much of this as you want. You will not gain weight, all right? So, we have another thing that I would suggest that you limit in your overall diet is fruit. Now, a lot of you are going to want to curse me out with that too, but guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Fruit has a lot of what? Sugar. The body doesn't distinguish. Sugar is sugar, okay? Whether the sugar is from a candy bar, whether the sugar is from a donut, or whether the sugar is from a mango, one of the most sugar-laden fruits there is, all right? Take it easy with the fruit. If you must have fruit, I'm personally not a fruit person, so that wasn't even an issue for me. But if you absolutely must have fruit, eat something like apples, lemons, limes, all right? Even bananas. But stay away from the very sugar-laden fruits, like I say, like mangoes, star fruits, tropical fruits of any kind. They're full of sugar, all right? And last but not least, increase your physical activity, all right? You have nothing to lose by getting out there and walking or running a couple of miles every day, all right? The key here is balance. You want to burn more calories than you take in, all right? So let's go down that list one more time. The things you give up: sugars and starches, white sugar, brown sugar, all right? Bread, pasta, rice, and potatoes, dessert, sweets, and candies, unless you can find sugar-free variety of them. You want to give up fried food, sugar and calories. You want to give up dairy, full of calories, all right? You want to increase your lean meat consumption, fish as well, lean meat, lean fish, and you want to increase your green vegetable consumption. Last but not least, increase your physical activity. These are the things that work for me, and I don't know if they'll work for you, but you have nothing to lose in trying. So thanks for watching my video. Hope you gained some insight, and I wish you all the best on your weight loss journey. Professor Shelton, out.